So this is a story about the owner of a DVD rental store in a place called Limerick. That's a city in Ireland, right? And for the last 6 years, there's been a local priest from the Vatican that's been calling in for customer service and to rent movies at the store. Look at this shit-eating grin on this guy's face.
I just know where the story's going because I read it.
He loves it. So back in January, this priest from the Vatican that calls the video store, he kept mentioning that he had watched Lincoln, and he was giving sort of an anecdotal review about the movie. And he said that, he had watched it in the monastery the night before, and that they had gotten the movie and they had watched it in sort of a film club inside the Vatican. The problem is that at the time in January, Lincoln wasn't out on DVD yet.
Yep.
Right? So this film guy, the guy that owned the video store, suspected that the priest had pirated this movie in some way.
Priests pirating movies. What else?
Weird.
What
right?
else will this world turn to?
It's the same thing for other movies, because he had mentioned others too, like Django Unchained, Les Miserables, and Zero Dark 30, all of which hadn't gotten out on DVD yet.
It's weird how
right?
they shot it because it was like a handheld camera in a movie theater, and I thought it would be shot more professionally than that.
Right, and they didn't take a trip to the movies. They actually watched this inside the monastery. So what we have here is basically an illegal DVD download ring of priests.
What's one of those? Oh, it was a commandment, thou shalt not steal.
It's weird, right? Bunch of priests that don't know the difference between right and wrong, what's legal, what's illegal.
So weird.
Never heard of anything like that before. So Torrent Freak decided to do a little bit more research, and they took a look at some of the downloading habits within the Vatican itself. This is crazy. So the Vatican is really small. It's a small part of the city, so it's easy to track what torrents are coming in and out. Based on IP addresses.
Like
they noticed that one IP address kept coming up. They released a list of the things that are being watched inside the Vatican right now. And
this
the
is
list
crazy.
is comprised of everything you would expect someone to download from BitTorrent, right? So TV shows, let's start with the clean stuff. TV shows are really popular in the Vatican. Ironically enough, The Americans is one of the most downloaded.
Interesting.
Right? One of only 3 Hollywood movies appear in the list. Love Actually, a cam copy of Snitch, and then The Last Stand. That's the Wolverine movie, right? I think.
I don't
X-Men
know.
The Last Stand.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Didn't download any music.
No.
Priests hate music.
They hate music.
.com.
No. Are we sure if someone's not spoofing?
Could be. Someone could have been spoofing it, but listen to this. Apparently someone within the Vatican has also been downloading adult material.
No.
That's not surprising.
I've
right?
never
Everyone
heard of
loves
any
porn.
controversy with sexual behavior in the Vatican.
This is the
I've
first
never
time.
heard of that.
You heard it first on the 404.
We're breaking it right now.
Apparently priests are human too. They downloaded one title, and it was only labeled RSS Episode 1.
Okay.
Right? That could mean anything.
Sure.
But it only means one thing, because I did the research for it. And RSS Episode 1, it's a video of 2 ladies kidnapped in a Russian BDSM club.
Oh my God.
And this exists within the BDSM/punishment category of BitTorrent in their servers, right? And then there's also other videos that are downloaded featuring such starlets as Tiffany Star, Sheena Shaw, Leia Lexus, and Chrissy Lynn, of which I viewed all of their repertoires over the weekend. And yes, they are adult actors. Yeah, they do engage in adult activity in these videos. So isn't that crazy? I mean, they have all this porn downloaded. And you're right, it could be an IP spoofing thing, and that's what the controversy is all about.
Why isn't this getting picked up?
But what incentive would anyone have to spoof this IP address, not knowing that...
To make it look like the Vatican's downloading porn.
Yeah, but they didn't know that this video store guy... It would have to be some kind of sting operation, right? Like,
right.
Without being prompted, why would they do that?
I mean, it's a little... And you would imagine... I don't know, the Vatican has some sort of internet security in place to prevent something like this from happening, right? One would think.
You think there's like a Vatican IT guy?
It's a firewall run by God.
Yeah.